What's good? It's your boy Czar, all rights reserved, coming to you. I got another one for you, so let me holler at you real quick. Everybody who's somebody commenting on the situation with ADEPT HNIC, the hit maker to the battle rap community that has brought a level of, let's say this. Now, see, Battle Truth, you're trying to get at him by calling him a Christian, okay? Let me say this. It's a Christ believer. Understand, there's a difference. He's a believer in Christ, as I thought you were. A lot of your comments, and it's who you're respecting, you're going at him over Rex, somebody who you haven't even checked if they're a Christ believer. When has Rex ever showed he believed in Christ? Now, here's why I'm coming in, guys. Battle Truth, say what you want. Bottom line, before Tay-Rock battled Murder Mook, I have the video to show, the date to show. Play with it if you want. I was the one speaking up about Tay-Rock getting a chance. Murder Mook acknowledging him. They saw my video at that time. That's a fact. I never did anything for battle rap. It should have got no views. But it got the views necessary to get the message across. Even responses to me on Twitter. So don't play with it. You can play with it if you want. Battle Truth, I thought more of you than this. I am disappointed in Battle Truth. I am so disappointed in you as an older male figure that we looked up to in this media thing, behaving as you did. You are, sir, you went at him over Rex when he's bringing up valid questions. If I seen two men doing what they did, I would ask him what's going on too. But no, you just threw it down, came at him. Like, really? Why even invite him? You knew what he does. You seen his videos. You knew what he did. But it was usable when he was of use and not going against you, going against the grain. But it's a problem because now he's speaking up against someone you brought on and really exposing things. Yo, that's whack, yo. That's whack, yo. That's whack, bro. Bruh, Battle Truth, that's whack. That's weak. You don't defend another man like that. Not when you're a Christ believer. At least I presume you are. You're coming out of depth like he's supposed to be the one who should hold his tongue because you brought him up against another non-believer. Two believers, a non-believer. You're defending this non-believer for actions he made that are questionable. How? How? Sir, I had the utmost respect for all your media. You just really put me in question about it. It really questions my motives. Well, your motives about what you're doing in it and my motive behind supporting you verbally or anything. It's weird. How is it not weird? Even if what he's saying isn't exactly true, it's weird. The animosity. Get this. The animosity you came out with him with. How? I bet money you wouldn't go at Jules with the same animosity. You wouldn't. But you're going at ADEPT because he's calling out someone you have on as a guest. Sir, I had so many guests on. Look, I had offers bigger than $10,000 to do something. You talking about $10,000 for what? I don't put money over God. Understand me. Money ain't over God. But it's like you put money over God, that's why you're defending a guy who's godless against one of your brethren. What sense does that make, yo? It makes none. I never put money over God like that. Do you know how many offers of money I had not to do the subjects I did? I never picked the money. I never picked the money. Because God's more important than money. God's more important than money. What are you talking about? I'm so confused. Battle Truth, you got me very frustrated, yo. I expected more of you when that happened. But you fell right into the trap. Let me defend this godless person that's getting called out. Skip over ADEPT. Then you tell him what it could have turned into. Dog, any story we do could turn into something. I'm going at stars, okay? Literally. And it's really getting real. Dealing with it. What are you talking about? What? You just made an enemy of someone who could have been your biggest ally. ADEPT was like the biggest ally that would have evened the playing field. But you went at him for who? How is he going to back you up? He doesn't even have a channel or pull online. But when he does a battle, this guy does a battle, gets views, versus a guy who talks every day and gets views. Come on, man. You're choosing your allies bad, man. You're choosing your allies bad. Tell him about New York. Trust me. He is good in New York. He's good. Trust me. You don't even know the people he knows. They know. Or they would have been coming at him with that animosity. Do you understand that? Yo, Battle Truth. You are making a big mistake to make an enemy out of someone who was your biggest ally. Really. He really was. This guy had, yo, what makes me mad is ADEPT held you down on many levels. There were people coming to him like, yo, you doing this with Battle Truth? Yo, you this, you that. They were coming at him just for associating with you. You didn't care. You just cared about your guest that he disrespected. Not what he went through just to be on with you. Dog, I don't think you really understand how much people don't like you because you speak of Christianity. And he's here backing you with it. And you guys had something going. But you're protecting someone that could care less about your Christianity. That could care less about what you speak about God. And you're protecting them for what? You even briefly mentioned it. He was ready to give me $10,000. That's all? So for $10,000, a credit line of $10,000, you gave up a coworker in Christ. That makes no sense to me. And trust me, it wouldn't even be smart to try and make nonsense to me. Everybody knows. You could say what you want. You could dodge it. But you might want to dodge it because guess what? Them boys are over here heavy. You talk about feds, this and that, the little things you talk. But he already brought out that you told on someone. I ain't never do that. That's crazy. What? That's crazy. And I ain't even worried about that. Trust me. I'm in the game of exposing superstars. That gets realer than what you're talking about, what you're dealing with. You're coming at guys who aren't even semi-pro. They don't even have contract. They haven't even made $1 million yet. They don't even know what it feels like. And that's who you go at him for media like that? Dog, I'm disappointed in you, yo. I had so much respect on everything. My respect level for what you did was like, yo, this guy's the truth. And overnight for you going at ADEPT, I'm like, yo, this guy's weird, man. Because it's like, he talked about a $10,000 credit line. They asked if he needed $10,000 on the arm. That's all? Yo, for $10,000, you gave up a brother in Christ for a $10,000 credit line. For what? For what? And what are they going to want in return? We aren't compromised media. That's part of why I back you. Are you saying you're compromised? You compromise depending on your guests. Come on, dog. When I say I had superstars, I had over $50 million stars mother on here. Yo, it makes me think, does he really know what money is? Do you really know money? And you're getting mad over a $10,000 credit line coming out of Brethren. What? Because you can get it right away? Yo, tell me you're a Christ believer. Because I am not a believer. Right now, I'm not believing that you're really a Christ believer. Because the way you came at him was crazy. It was so unnecessary. It's beyond anything that should have ever happened. You're wrong, dog. You're wrong. Battle Truth, you're wrong. Not saying ADEPT was right. Listen to what I'm saying, not what you're thinking. Okay? You were wrong. Okay? You were wrong. 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 You. The judge, you're wrong. Trust me, I took judges out of place. Real life, a judge that sat in front of you and sentenced you to jail, I took care of him. I'm telling you, you're wrong. You're wrong. You never come at a brethren like that. For what? A godless man that could care less about you, could care less about your belief, that you could talk about Christ with all day, he don't care. Over someone who's going to hear you out. He even said you called him up 4 a.m. talking about something that was God-related. Who else could you do that with? Oh, a lot of other people. But you had someone that would give you pristine advice. Get it? Pristine advice? Pristine advice versus random people who are godless. I don't think you realize the ability you gain by making friends with ADEPT versus your star relationships. They're not even stars. Dog, they're not even stars. Do you get that? They're not stars. When did he touch 1 million? How many records he sell? I'm talking to stars. No, you said, I'm a star. Don't you always say that? You're a star, right? You're a star, right? You should know what stars are. They don't even got star power. They can't even get your album out. What are they going to do for you? $10,000 towards moving your album. That's wipe your butt money. You dog. You are ruining relationships for no reason. Now look, just like anybody, I'm only speaking about it like this because I actually care. Because I actually watch you the whole time. I love your music. I told you that publicly. Not behind the scenes, publicly. I'm just so annoyed you made that decision. How are you going to come at ADEPT, dog? And then now the people who really don't like you have all gathered around him with support, which is doubly bad for you. Dog, you got to come back the right way. You and ADEPT need to fix it up, patch it up as brothers in Christ, Christ believers, and make do with what you're doing. This is pitiful, dog. You say you're a star, right? I'm a star. I'm a star, right? Then be a star. Be a star and do what stars don't do for some reason. Make good with your brethren. Stop that dumbness, yo. I don't think he even realized what he did. As a man who's older, you're going to say to yourself, I did the right thing. People are going to pat you back. You're like, yeah. Them stars, because they're not even stars. They ain't touch 1 million. I don't know, some of them ain't even touch 100,000. No, let's say they did. 500,000. 500,000. Did they ever touch it? Are they touching it now? Today? Oh, we got that accumulated. Do you got it now? No, I'm talking to stars. Let's get that right. Let's get that right. It's not about, what do I tell the, yo, this is how you stay sucker free. I always tell cats, it don't matter how many views, I get 1 million views. I started off my channel getting a bunch of views. It's easy. Who's watching you? Who? That's what you don't get. You guys are always bragging about your views, bragging about this, bragging. And then you guys are cutting bridges off with people who you want to cross over. You just got rid of a Christ believer over a non-believer's opinion of what he had to say. They all saw it. He's been coming at them for months. Why do you gotta come at him? He knows. Why you? It's like they contracted you to come at him because they couldn't reach him. They made you, bro. I learned about send-offs from you. They turned you into a send-off. They turned you into... I don't think you realize it. And before